Hey everyone, welcome to another session of Sarazzle Dazzle Physics. In today's session, guys, we're going to be talking about nuclear contamination and irradiation, guys. Right, so first of all, guys, before we get going, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button to keep my channel going, guys, and keep my content as free as possible. So, what is the difference between nuclear contamination and irradiation? You've got to know the difference between both of them. Alright, so for me, guys, every time I try and explain this concept, guys, about the difference between contamination and irradiation, I like to talk about food. So let's just say, guys, we have over here, we have a surface, guys, over here, and here we have a plate of food. I know you might be thinking, how is this possible? Like, how are you going to connect it, guys? But just bear with me. Let's say you have a fly. Here's my fly, okay? Here's my fly. Here's the fly over here. If a fly comes, lands on the surface, okay? Lands on the surface. So here's my fly. It's landed on the surface. There's its legs, guys. It's touched the surface now. And then if the fly then goes and lands on the food, guys, here's my fly. I don't know why my fly looks like that, guys. The fly is now landed on the food. What's happened is the fly has been in physical contact with the surface, and it may have picked up some kind of like bacteria, and now it's landed on your food over here with the bacteria right now. So obviously right now we say that the food has been contaminated. But what does that actually mean? And so what does contamination mean? Contamination means that actual physical matter has been transferred from one place onto another. So let's put that down here. So contamination, guys, it's going to be contamination when physical matter is transferred from one place to another by direct contact. And a good example is going to be the fly, guys. So the fly has now contaminated the food. Well, the same principle now applies to nuclear physics, guys. Okay, guys, so for nuclear contamination, guys, it's the same principle, guys. So let's just say, for example, there's your hand over here, and here's the radioactive source, guys. I'll just color it green just for fun, guys. Let's say you take your hand and you touch the radioactive source, guys, and then you were to touch, let's say this is a door over here. You then touch the door. Obviously, guys, you have then transferred that radioactive source elsewhere, guys. So you have actually now been part of the contamination process. You have now contaminated the door, guys. Very similar to the idea of the fly, guys. The contamination is taking place because there's direct contact. Physical matter from the reactive source, guys, is now being transferred to the door over here. So this is going to be nuclear contamination, guys. It's the very similar principle compared to the fly, which we had earlier on over here with regards to food. Okay, so the next thing to discuss now is going to be irradiation. So what exactly is irradiation? Well, let's just look at this right now, guys. Let's just say right now you have a radioactive source, guys, and it's been radioactive source is here, guys. Here's my radioactive source. So let's put it down. Let's label it. Here's my radioactive source. And guys, you are over here. You are just standing over here, guys. That's you. First of all, you're not touching it right now. You're not touching it right now, but hopefully you have the idea that the radioactive source will emit radiation. Yes, it's going out in all directions right now. Okay, right, that radiation will be traveling and it will hit you over here. So you have been exposed to the source. So you've just been exposed to the source right now. So you are exposed to the source only, exposed to the radioactive source. So you are exposed to the radioactive source, guys, but there is no transfer of physical matter, So no transfer of physical matter here. Excellent. Yeah, so make sure that we're happy with that, guys. So look, there's not a bit of the radioactive source now on you. It hasn't been transferred by direct contact. You've just been exposed to it, guys. So irradiation is when you're just going to be exposed to it, guys. And contamination, guys, is obviously going to be when physical matter is transferred from one place to another. Yes, there you go, guys. Nuclear contamination, when radioactive material is transferred by direct contact and physical matter is transferred now. Yes, physical matter is now transferred. So the object which has become contaminated will obviously now be radioactive, guys. That's the key thing. And that's it for another quick session in Sarazzle Dazzle Physics, guys. Make sure you're happy with the definition of contamination versus irradiation. So contamination, guys, is over here, and irradiation is just exposure, guys. So over here. Very similar to the light in this room. I'm being exposed to the light. It has actually there's not physical matter which has been deposited on me, guys, but I've just been exposed to it over here. And that's it for another session in Razzle Dazzle Physics, guys. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button to keep my channel going, and good luck in your studies. Ciao, ciao, and goodbye.